let's be honest, we spend too much time on a phone. We actually want to spend less time on our phone, but it just feels so easy to go on our phone. And maybe sometimes we even spend some good time on our phone because we're trying to learn some things that can later improve our lives or can give us some new insights of how we can live our life. And I'm not 100% against it, but because I believe that there are some great ways to learn on your phone, but I also think there are some great ways where you can just waste a lot of time on your phone. And there are also great ways where you can make you feel mentally really bad with your phone. So I want to give you a replacement, because in order to get rid of some bad habits, you have to fill it up with a good habit, because it makes it just a lot easier to fill the gap instead of just getting rid of one bad habit in your life and just have an empty space where you now basically do nothing. So today I want you to, instead of spending like 30 minutes on your phone, I want you to grab a book. Yes, a book. So now you can just read for 30 minutes. And reading is a great way to learn things, because when you're spending time reading, don't really fry your dopamine receptors every minute. When you're reading, it's a lot less big stimulants of your dopamine receptors than when you try to learn it on YouTube or on TikTok. Because when you're reading a book, you can scroll down in the comments. When you read a book, you can just go to the next video and just say to yourself that you didn't really care about the video that was above that. When you're reading, you're just reading. And when you're reading, you just learn things from the main source, basically. Also, reading is better for lowering your heart rate and before bed, all that kind of bullshit. But instead of basically being on your phone for 3 hours a day, just go put a phone down for 30 minutes and go reading instead. And I promise you that after those 30 minutes, you will feel better than you have spent your time on your phone. And I've talked about this before, because I'm really against being on the phone for all day, but I do it too. I'm being honest, yes, I spend too much time on my phone too. But I try to replace that with reading as well. And reading is just a great habit to learn, to basically learn new things. Also, it's great to learn new languages and all that kind of bullshit. But for me, it was easier to get rid of this phone addiction when I just tried to replace it with other things that I could basically do any time of the day. And what I found is that I enjoy reading the most. But maybe for you it might be learning some like guitar or anything like that, learning an instrument or walk in nature or anything like that. But if you if you want to take one thing out of this video, then I would recommend lay down your phone for 30 minutes and do just something else. And I promise you that you will feel better when you did 30 minutes of like reading than when you spend 30 minutes more on your phone.